Let's get it.
There's a guy who was in the car with Fulio. We're gonna watch that as well a little bit later. Anyway, let's go to this really quickly. Two things, but look at this. So Kanye West put up on a story his manager John Monopoly, who said, "Yo, the co-head of Atlantic, Julie, just called me." Remember I told you Atlantic is starting to get busy. Chat, I'm telling you, you gotta keep tapping in him. And this is the only
New York, New Jersey. Yeah, man, I'm ready. Look, New York City, I can tell the people want it. Yeah, I said that.
Ashley
Appreciate
you
you,
say
Ashley.
super chatted $4.99. Prince was the first to say mainstream artists are slaves.
Big facts, definitely. Big facts on that. Yeah, so it's better to be your own boss and to be independent because you know you got the rights to your song. People, you don't have an overhead. You know, you can pretty much do what you want to do. But when you sign them mega deals, you pretty much chained up. So yeah, definitely, Ashley.
stream I've seen where, like, you know, obviously Joe Budden be knowing this shit, but Joe don't really want to give y'all the tea. Joe knows everything too. Like anything I say, Joe knows. You know what I mean? But Joe kind of does it in a very, I think it's more of protecting his relationship shit. Me, I'm gonna just say this shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, she just got fired. Right? By the way, the timing on her getting fired, her pockets got lined already, bro. Remember I told you, Atlantic stopped signing them artists because the executives' pockets are going to get lined. Her pockets got lined. The new head of Atlantic, you should know who that is. I told y'all who it was. Elliot Grange, the son of Lucian Grange, okay? She said the new head, which is Elliot Grange, is not going to give us a grace period to handle Atlantic's conversations. Now, what is she talking about? Let me show y'all real quick. Look at this. So if you go to Vultures, and this is typical Kanye actions, right? You go to Vultures 2. Kanye West put out an album without getting any clearances from the artist that's on the album. You know what I mean? Gives no fucks. You get what I'm saying? Let's actually go to the track listing. By the way, who's Ty Dolla Sign signed to? Ty Dolla Sign. Ty Dolla Sign is signed to which label? Is he on Atlantic now? I can't tell. Atlantic. It said he was in Atlantic in 2012. I don't know if he's still there. If he's still on Atlantic, right? If he's still on Atlantic, and I'm not even looking at, let me look at the features. Vultures 2. Yeah, it's probably that. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Vultures 2, I know they have a bunch of features, but it's probably Ty Dolla Sign. Bro, Ye releases as an independent artist. When you release a album, it's a joint album. Let me tell you how this kind of works. It could be worked as very interesting and different because depending on how you sign to label. So if I'm Ty Dolla Sign and I sign to Atlantic as Ty Dolla Sign, sometimes I won't sign away my group rights, right? So if me and another artist make a group and we release a project, that's not within my actual recording deal. So I could get another deal for that. Like for example, and Offset took QC to court for this because he was saying I'm signed to QC as the Migos, but I'm not signed as Offset the individual artist. That's two different deals. My solo projects are different than my group projects, and because when I drop music with them, it's called the Migos, and I drop music myself, it's called Offset. Two different things. Anyway, so usually they do different deals. I guess I say that to say Ty Dolla Sign, I would assume, would have a deal with his label that they're allowing him, whether they're going to count it as one of his albums or maybe they're going to count it as something else because it's a collab with Kanye, but they're supposed to have a agreement with Kanye of how, and by the way, the wording on this, and let me say it. So she said that they're not going to give a grace period to handle Atlantic's compensation. She suggested I let Two Lost and Create, those are distribution groups. So Create Music Group distributes and Two Lost. Let them know that 40% of all revenue for V1 and V2 needs to be paid to Atlantic. Okay? So essentially they're saying, yo, Ty Dolla Sign is a contracted artist to us. We're just going to say, okay, Kanye, you're the A side. So we're going to say it's a 60-40. So we're not saying 50-50 split, but 40% of the revenue needs to be paid to Atlantic because a Ty is signed to Atlantic. I think that's what that kind of means. She's saying that if we don't do it or handle it immediately, Atlantic will issue takedowns for both albums. Now, again, if you look at how Vulture 2 is put out, it's not, they put it out as a group. It's this weird symbol right here, this thing right here, right? A $sign and a Y, right? Now, it says it's a super group. Now, here's the thing. In Ty Dolla Sign's contract, it could very well say, we have all your rights for not only your solo career, but even if during this album term or this contract term, you participate in a group, right? That has to be what it is. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times they're probably working it out like, all right, cool. You go do that. They're not trying to piss the artist off because a pissed off artist doesn't turn into music. Nobody gets made. So maybe the last, group of people or the last executives, they're probably saying, all right, since if we don't have to issue no budget, which I would imagine Atlantic issued no budget for the creation of this project, no advances, no nothing. They're going to be like, we're not going to be on it too heavy on what we need to get paid, but y'all know we do need to get paid, but we're not going to be pushy. Here's the thing. Julie's out, which is, the former executive over there. The new executive is like, all right, anybody who owes us money, we collect it, motherfucker. So they're basically saying we need our money. And yeah, I keep telling people, I used to say Atlantic was kind of in a dead space. I think Atlantic's about to be back. They're about to be back on their shit. This is part of it. Now, Ye's trying to do some type of I think Ye's trying to do what he does in a lot of situations, right? I think he even says this is how they handle independent artists or something like that. he had a caption that said it. The truth is, Kanye, you can't just drop music. Like, you're a huge artist, but you can't just drop music with no agreements. That's the problem. The same thing we just heard from your former chief of staff of Milo Yiannopoulos that basically said that you guys were hemorrhaging money because your lack of business affairs were not in order. Like, your business affairs just was not in order. Essentially, Kanye needs to do business. It's just what it is. Yo, they're letting their artists work with you. You got to pay people, bro. That's just what it is. And I don't think that Kanye doesn't want to pay people. I think he's just always negligent. He does it after the fact, and this is why they got to end up threatening him, right? Like, yo, we're gonna take it off streaming services if you don't, and I guarantee the check will get cut, right? Because Kanye went number one last time when he sold some amazing numbers for an independent album, and he went number one. This time
New York, New Jersey. Yeah, man, I'm ready. Look. New York City, I can tell the people want it. Yeah, I said that.
Salute to the $2 donation. Kendrick Lamar sucks. Damn. Sheesh. Appreciate that $2 ace. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Appreciate that too.
Are going to do good numbers again. But if you're doing a project with somebody but you're not paying them, yo, they deserve to get paid. Now, granted, it's going to the label and the label's going to cut Ty Dolla $ign's money. But here's the thing. And here's the only thing I could think. Maybe Kanye just already paid Ty Dolla $ign. So that might be a legal thing. He might tell Atlantic, yo, we paid it directly to Ty Dolla $ign.
Now, this all that he's saying is going to lead up to Drake, right? So this is why I'm playing this, because by him explaining what's going on with Kanye leads up to Drake. All right, so just bear with me.
Which, according to how these contracts are written, the artist cannot collect money for their own work. It has to be collected by the label, that the label could take their cut. Then they could pay the artist. So again, we'll see how this gets played out. But I'm not going to say Kanye, Kanye's giving us music, but we can tell he's just not a great businessman. So he definitely probably owes him some money. And I'm not going to say Atlantic is taking advantage of an independent artist. No, my nigga, you're using our artist and we have him in contract. You got to pay us. You got to pay us. I'm sorry. Like, Kanye likes to have these special rules that's only for him. No, my nigga, pay up. Okay. And I can't knock them for basically, once they get to the point of threatening, y'all have already had an album out. When did V1 come out? Vultures 1 came out a long time ago. So if y'all didn't pay then and now y'all got a new album out, let me see what that's expected to sell first week. I think Vultures 2, let me see. Oh, yeah, Kanye is expected to sell 70,000. So Vultures 2 is expected to sell 70,000, and it's an indie drop. Shit, good for Kanye. You know what I mean? Still a lot of money. All right. Speaking of which, and hey, these labels, as we talk about these artists and how much they're bosses and they have this and third, man, we all realize the labels are the real true bosses. Drake's Finsta just posted that, he's been posting a bunch of unreleased, seemingly free music. He dropped 100 gigs, but he's been posting a bunch of stuff. So he posted something to his Instagram, right? And it was supposedly like some unnamed song, but it's one of his songs. And essentially what happened is that Universal Music Group actually put a claim in to take down that song. Now Drake is putting it up, and it's kind of ironic because it's Drake's song. Drake's putting it up, and his own label is saying, take this down. And I mean, there's not much to really hypothesize about this, other than the fact that no matter if you're Drake in this industry, and actually, especially if you're Drake in this industry, if you just got $400 million from Universal Music Group, right? And by the way, IFPI is this organization they use for a lot of these takedowns. Trust me, I know. Even if you're Drake in this industry, or especially if you're Drake in this industry, and you've gotten $400 million deal, they want to make sure no penny goes accounted for or not accounted for. They want to make sure that nobody is playing your music for free. I've always said the protections of Drake's music is more stringent than I've ever seen with any other artist of current day.
Man, you can't play a motherfucker thing of Drake. Man, anything you play of Drake, man, they on your ass like white on rice, man. Let me tell you, boy, you can't. So that's why I'll be always speeding videos up, because if you speed the video up, they won't catch it because it's not the original format, right? So that's why I'll be speeding everything up, right? Because I'm not using the original, I'm speeding up, so I'm within my fair use, right? So that's why I'll be speeding everything up, just in case they want to try to flag me.
Why? Because Drake's music streams the most. So that's money. That's the most amount of money that this label could possibly get within rap. And they're not going to have people get this music for free. So again, here's the thing. They're basically telling Drake, no, nigga, we know that you just went through a battle and you're trying to do this little PR thing, or you're trying to be cool and edgy and drop some of your music for free, but this ain't how it go, buddy.
No.
You're going to have to send us your music. Well, not necessarily send us music, but the music has to be policed by us, right? We have you in contract. It's our shit, okay? Damn. And when we did our deal, we give you $400 million. It says we have the right to administer and utilize the rights of your music, even if it means taking it down from your Finsta. Now, I'm pretty sure Drake's going to make one call and they'll probably stop, right? They won't fuck with that account anymore. But it just goes to show, Universal Music Group is probably not happy that Drake is releasing free music.
So this was on his own Instagram. Once again, his Fista is his troll account. So he put that song on his account and his company flagged him. That gotta be funny as hell, man. Could you imagine being Drake and you can't play your own shit on your own account? Your own company is flagging you. That's a little embarrassing. That's a little embarrassing. God damn, boy. Your own company won't let you drop your own shit.
Now, this is where I think Drake is smart, like very smart. Hey, when you get in a time like where he's at right now, where like some people are doubting you culturally, you want to drop music on a SoundCloud. You want to drop music in the middle of the night. You want to almost get back on it. Like, you know, what Drake is doing, that's the new mixtape, right? It's like, I'm dropping music in a mixtapey way.
So wait. Hold on. So you praising Drake for something Kanye did, but when you was like, it's literally the same thing, right? He was just explaining Kanye West and like, oh, Kanye West, you a stupid motherfucker. You don't know nothing about business. It's literally the same thing. But when Drake does the same thing as Kanye, well, this is a clever move because, you know, this is what the fuck? Are you act? It's the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but something similar to what you just said Kanye did. And you called Kanye dumb for not knowing business. Well, how come Drake is not dumb for knowing his business? He should have known these rules. God damn, boy, the glazing is insane. Literally the same thing. Drake and Kanye did something similar. He called Kanye a dumbass, but Drake is a genius. Come on, man.
Way where people don't feel like it's an official release, but I'm still feeding the streets, right? Here's the thing: Universal Music Group don't understand that. They're like, they move like a bot.
New
like,
York, New Jersey. Yeah, man.
It's literally the same thing.
Look, New York City, I could tell the people want it. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, I said that. This is the IQ of a Drake fan. Exactly. Two people can do the same exact thing. Drake can do the same exact thing that Kanye does, but Kanye's a dumbass. And Drake is a genius. The meat goblin is insane, man.
This bullshit, right? But in reality, Drake is just giving us free shit to kind of not only remind us why we fuck with him, but to also kind of feel it out to get the new hit. And whenever the new hit pops off, he's gonna announce some crazy shit coming. You know, he kind of does all the time. Universal Music Group, once again, big labels never understand. What Drake did with 100 gigs on your head top, that's a smart move. What Drake is doing by trying to tease some of these songs, that's a smart move because, you know, he doesn't want to roll out confidently with a dud. However, Universal Music Group does not understand that, and they show it here when they're issuing takedowns for songs that is not even being able to purchase, or he's not releasing the whole song. He's essentially doing a snippet. You know what I mean? Trust me, I know about this because
a snippet. So the song that he released of 21 Savage is not the whole song, or maybe he's talking about he didn't release the whole song on his Fista account. Okay, so he just probably talking about on his Fista, but that's embarrassing. That got to be embarrassing, and I don't even know why Drake even posted this because this make Drake look a certain type of way. Like, now your fans know that you are pretty much Universal's bitch. Pretty much. You just showed everybody that you don't even have control of your own shit. So pretty much Universal is pimping you, and you just allowed everybody to know how much control they got over your shit. You can't even drop your own shit. So I don't even know why he posted this. He just should have kept this to himself. But, you know, I guess he wanted everybody to know that he's Universal bitch.
anytime Drake releases snippets, Universal comes after you if you repost it. I know this is a fact. Okay, when he'll do some shit, he'll play some shit in the club. If you repost it on your page and your page is big enough, they're coming to claim it. They're coming to say, take that shit down. That's Drake. You know what I mean? So Mr. Morgan will probably give a call to Universal Republic people, and they'll get this notice kind of handled, most likely. But it just shows even Drake. And this is the true value of independence. Even Drake doesn't have complete autonomy on his own music. And the people who incentivize him to make music with giving him hundreds of millions of dollars, they won't let that nigga, Jewish or not, that light-skinned Negro will not just sit there and just leak all type of free music.
Damn.
You know, again, keep in mind, you know who, and by the way, this is an interesting story. I could go down a whole rabbit hole with this, and I won't do it though. Maybe a story for another day. Think about it. Who releases the most snippets and just songs randomly? Give me some names in the chat. Let me see if y'all are accurate with it. Mad snippets and just drops music whenever. And it don't seem like it feels like the label catches up later. Huh?
I don't know.
Who? Come on, give me some names. Nah, not Drake. Not Gunna. Not Boat. I'm surprised you're not saying it's really one name. And it should be two names, but one of them should be eliminated for the second thing I said. It's not Cardi because Cardi will drop the snippet, but you never get the song. It's NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy will drop a song at 2 a.m. The song will be up on his YouTube, only his YouTube, for like 10 days before it gets on Spotify. So the labels are playing catch up with him, but they never, like usually, and by the way, he went through those fights with Atlantic. Remember, he used to like post in his like description, yo, they don't want me to drop me. He went through a lot of fights with them because usually a label don't want you just to drop some shit random sporadically without them ingesting it into the system that it can be monetized properly. So YoungBoy went through that fight with them heavily, right? Like, think about it. Why do you think that YoungBoy dropped his song on my page? He dropped Tears of War, which is a remix of Rick Ross song, but he dropped it on my page. Number one, I believe the way how, which this is also, I don't know if y'all know.
Same thing. That's the same thing that happened with Kai Cenat. You know, Yachty went to Kai Cenat to play it on his stream and not release it, right? So they just be using these, you know, streamers up, you know, the same way that Akademiks is explaining his situation with NBA YoungBoy. So, you know, artists see, you know, a popular streamer and they want to get it out there, but they can't really do it themselves. So they use these streamers to drop it for them.
The way how Atlantic worked with YoungBoy over time, they almost damn near took over his YouTube, where like all the revenue was just coming to them. So that was their way of like, all right, nigga, you gonna drop all the time? Okay, as long as we're collecting the money, cool. We don't give a fuck, right? And we'll get up on Spotify later. But you know, I honestly think he's negotiating some shit right now. So, you know, it's like a leverage thing. Anyway, all right. Just to show y'all, even Drake gets his shit removed because, again, being a artist signed to a label, when the label done gave you $400 million, they want their $400 million back. Right? And I know it's convenient for Drake right now to be like, oh, I don't know when I'm dropping. Oh, I'll be seeing you in the fall, whatever. I'm pretty sure they had a schedule in mind of when Drake was going to drop that they could get it compensated, and him leaking free music or allowing free music to circulate was not part of the plan. So they nabbed him. It's all good.
Damn, DJ Akademiks exposes Drake. Whoa! Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yep. That's going to be the title of that video right there. So, yeah, you know, that's basically Akademiks confirming that Drake is Universal's bitch. Pretty much. Drake can't do what he want to do. Drake is not the boss. He has to, you know, comply and to follow rules and regulations. And, you know, he just, it seems like, yeah, I seen somebody in the chat. He said Drake is the most expensive slave. You know, even Akademiks says, you know, all that Jewish stuff ain't gonna work. They don't give a damn if you Jewish or not. Nah, you signed this contract. Listen, you can't be dropping music when you want to. You can't be giving, you know, people this free music. And I can and I could say that it's a real thing because I just showed y'all, you know, everybody on YouTube that reacted to those 3 songs that Drake released, everybody getting hit with a shared revenue. So UMG is definitely out to get their money back from Pimping Drake. All right. So there we go. I think I pretty much hit all the topics. I got all the other live streams. Y'all go check them out. Yeah, I pretty much covered everything. So bada bing, bada boom, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Salute to y'all, man. If y'all new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow. We got some more stuff to talk about, but I just wanted to run through these topics real quick. You know, summing up some strange things going on. Not saying that Drake is guilty of anything. I'm just saying some strange things going on. Look like Nicki and Lil Wayne might be, you know, could they be coming out with a song together exposing Drake? I doubt it. But it's very interesting that even Nicki Minaj has a problem with Drake. It's kind of interesting that Lil Wayne is throwing shots at Drake. You know, Drake is in a very interesting position right now, man. His back is against the wall, and it seemed like he made a lot of enemies and a lot of people trying to, you know, get their lick back. But hey, it is what it is. Other than that, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all hit the like button on your way out.